The second week of the federal trial is underway in the death of a Dayton police detective.
Two men are facing charges in connection with the 2019 shooting death of Detective George Del Rio. In November of 2019, Del Rio was serving a warrant with a Drug Enforcement Agency task force when he was shot. He died at the hospital 3 days later, and day 5 of that trial continued today in federal court. That's where we find 2 News reporter Aaliyah Seabrooks. She's been covering this trial from the beginning. Aaliyah, who testified today?
Brooke and John, today federal agents testified about the day Detective Del Rio was shot in 2019. They say they served that search warrant at the home on Ruskin Road, believing there were more than 10 kilograms of fentanyl inside, which would have translated to more than 5 million lethal doses of that drug. Now today we heard new details about the operational plan on the 1454 Ruskin Road residence in the moments leading up to the shooting of Detective Del Rio. During his testimony, a DEA agent who helped execute the 2019 search warrant on the home said agents were not wearing body cameras. After shots were fired, the agent says Nathan Goddard surrendered almost immediately to police. He also told police that there were 3 more people in the basement. Those men were identified as Cocky Courtner, Lionel Combs III, and another individual who were all laying on the ground with their hands up. There were no charges filed against the 3rd person who was found in the basement. Courtner is facing drug charges, and Combs has already pleaded guilty to operating a drug house. The agent also testified that although all members of the task force executing the search warrant that night were wearing clearly marked police vests, they would have all had likely different uniforms on. And this has been a major point for the defense, who is arguing that the defendant, Nathan Goddard, was unaware that Detective Del Rio was in fact acting as a federal agent and executing a search warrant. The family of Detective Del Rio was in court today, as well as the families of the defendants. The trial is done for the day, and court will resume Tuesday morning. We will, of course, continue to bring you updates on air and in the 2 News app. Reporting live in Dayton, Aaliyah Seabrooks, 2 News.